right, so give us a little background on this engine. What's up with this engine?
I built this probably about 15 years ago originally.
Yeah.
It's gone through a few different renditions, I guess you want to call it.
Versions of itself.
Yeah, versions of itself, whatever you want to call it.
Different anger levels.
Yeah. It's still the same crank, still the same rods. I did end up having to replace the case at one time. Actually, it's the same heads too.
That's a magnesium block.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to, same heads and everything. They've been slowly upgraded over the years. Went from a mild port job to a pretty good port job, and then regular dual springs to it's got PSIs on it now.
Yeah.
Which need to be replaced, but they're about 3 or 4 years old now on the springs, so time to go. But other than that, it's the same. Different cams.
You see that CV selling the little tool again, so you can change the springs without taking that motor out.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, that tool was hard to find.
Went from FK8 to FK46.
Okay.
Nothing fancy.
Yeah, 46.
10-to-1 compression. That's about it. It came out I think 10.3 to 1.
10.3.
10.3. When I was running super gas, I had a little higher. I had it at 10.7.
And that's a cool little breather box. Where you get that from?
That's
really
cool. I think AJ was selling those at one time. He was having somebody making those, or he made it. I don't remember.
All right.
It was a long time ago.
And that's a
I had to do dash 10 on it though.
Yeah, that's cool. That's what I was looking. That's what I was like zooming into. That's a big fit-in, big hose.
Dash 10, yeah.
That's what's up. That's right.
I was running wheelie bars when I was.
Oh yeah, right. When you have to, when you were running on that.
Wheelie bars are right there, still leaning against the wall.
Oh yeah,
they'll still fit right on. If I take the muffler off and take the track bar off, they'll fit underneath there.
That's badass, dude. Really clean work over here. Really nice. That's bitching. Yeah, so you used to race this car in what class again?
I started out racing
stand right there.
I started it out in racing PRA. It was super mod.
Yeah.
It was $12.99 class.
Yeah.
I had 45 Delordos. This motor, the heads weren't super ported or anything, but it ran pretty good. Yeah. On a good day, if I did everything perfect, it would run a 1240. So I had some room to spare on that. Yeah. And then I did the IDAs, and then did a little bit better work on the heads, and jumped up to super gas. And a good day, 1260, so it didn't increase it a whole lot. Yeah. It was a 1260 at the, 1160, I apologize. 1160. Yeah, 1160, maybe 11. So, yeah, it was a good increase. Did pretty good. I mean, it was pretty consistent at the time. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that was back, like, I used to be selling stuff in the swap meet, working and stuff, and this car was already... It used to do huge wheelies. Yeah. I kind of took that kind of suspension tune out of it, because it was, if you see here, the apron has decided to give a curl up now, and the header is now into the apron. Yeah. I didn't want to have to do a back half on the car or anything, because I screwed something up. Yeah. And I didn't want to drop that much money into it, should I say. So I kind of took that out of it. No, it stays legit. It's still a full body car. It's not cut. It's not removable. No. It's all metal. No, pretty badass. I didn't anything out of it. Yeah, it's badass. And yeah, I was running super gas until basically the PRA stopped. Yeah. I think I did do a couple seasons when it was the BRS. Yeah. Did that for a little bit, and then just time restraints. Working more, getting busier. Yeah. Doing the drive up to Sacramento by yourself was kind of hard. So. Yeah. Especially load up and drive right back, like some people do. Get off work and I would leave. Yeah. And get there at like 3 or 4 in the morning, sleep a couple hours, and then it was a full race weekend, and have Monday to drive home and just be spent after that. Yeah, and there's some people that drive straight back. Yeah, I have done it. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. And I'm a one-man show. I did it by myself. I mean, my wife would go with me occasionally. My dad used to always go with me. And you do your motors right here? Yeah. Yeah, right there? Garage. In your shop right here? Yeah, in the engine stand. Yeah. So,
And then who helps you out with your machine work?
I just use Brothers.
Oh, Brothers?
I've used Brothers
Brothers
for
BW?
years, yeah.
All right.
Use Brothers. They're awesome over there. They actually, AJ originally did the heads on that motor. 4 years ago, I had Brothers do the PSI springs.
Yeah.
Because they were offering the PSI springs, and I got those done, and it ran pretty damn good. I mean, the thing would see 8,500, $9,000.
And you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Wouldn't care, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't care. And I'd rip the motor apart after a season and look at the bearings and everything looked good.
And you're like, why? And like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, now that we're keep going a little more years, you start to see how more, like, if you build it right or you do, you take your time, like, they're way more reliable than even, you even thought at the beginning it was going to be.
I haven't had any major issues. I did try a 2332 for a minute. I cracked the crank.
Oh.
Yeah. But, so I put that motor back in.
Yeah.
So
I remember you said something. You did something like that in the middle of like a season last year. Yeah. So I like how your cars both have like the exact same matching theme on the almost like the tack location and the simplicity on the roll cage. It's just
this one's a wrong Loomis in this car, which I pulled out of that car.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So I did the wrong. I pulled it out of the blue car, put it in here because I raced the first 2 seasons of I missed the first season of Real Street, and then I raced 2 and 3 with this car, and it had that. I took that motor out and put it in this one while I was building the motor for this.
Yeah.
Because this car was ready to go. That one I still had a Kirky seat in, and it was. I still hadn't set up with the wheelie bars and everything. It sat for a few years after the sugar gas stuff, and so it took me a little while to get it back in the street.
So you have an air fuel ratio right there?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. And you have an oil pressure.
It's all you need.
Yeah.
Well, actually, just oil temp. Actually.
It's temp.
Yeah. It's
temp.
Okay. Yeah. This motor is set up a little different. This one, all the oil.
It's not a. It's not a
1300.
It's not. Oh.
It's a 74 or 76 by 94.
Okay.
And I had Brothers hog out all the oil galleys. So I wanted a good, reliable IDA motor that I could drive around. I got the empties on it.
Yeah.
Just wanted a nice, reliable, run cool. So it's got a ton of oil volume, which is kind of good. So even though it's got a big pump on it, it's got a lot of volume.
Yeah.
I just wanted it to run nice and cool. It runs at 180 degrees unless I really push it on the freeway. But other than that, this little motor's been great. And it fries the tires if I want it to.
Oh yeah, I bet. Just look at this car. You know you're in trouble when you see a car like this on the street and it's just cruising. These cars are hunting.
Sometimes I've done that.
I got my ass beat by a couple cars that I thought I was like, oh, it's in the bag, I'm not even gonna launch hard, and next thing you know, you can't get them off the freaking door. It was like the last time I got beat like bad was right there in Anaheim with a Camaro, a white one, and the dude looked like a total douchebag smoking cigarettes, blowing his cigarettes out the window with a lady in this. I was like, all right, but fucker was fast, man. It was. Like he was like, not stopping. He just kept on going. But yeah, this is cool. It's a cool car right here.
Yeah, it's kind of. I never wanted to paint it. It's never been hit, so it's a straight car.
Yeah.
But I never wanted to paint it. I grew up watching, Mark with the super shit box.
Yes.
Down at Carlsbad.
Yes.
I fell in love with that car because it looked like a pile, and. I didn't go to that extreme with this. It's primered white, but it's got some, surface rust, and it's not perfect, and I just kind of like that, and it's kind of unsuspecting, and it's not super clean.
So how long ago you had this car?
I bought this car a couple years after I bought that one, so I've probably had this one for about 15 years, probably. I bought that car when I was 17. I'm 37 now, so I bought this one, when I was like 19 or 20.
Oh, okay.
Pulled it out of a guy's backyard for about $500.
Yeah.
All original, pretty much.
Yeah. And what do you call this one? Just the white car, or you have a name for it? Because you got.
It was dubbed Gus Gus by a friend.
Gus Gus?
Yeah, the fat little mouse, I guess.
Because at one point you had all kinds of like gold themed stuff going on in the car.
Yeah, the drums are painted gold.
Like
it was just something I had some extra gold spray paint, and
like gold.
We were doing the real street, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I gotta make it stand out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I can get.
Yeah, but this is all business. Like for those people that like this stuff, this is it. Like.
What's his name had the white oval window. And, his was probably
Mike Jones
too. Yeah, Mike Jones. So when I lined up with him before, our cars, unless you got close to him and realized his was an oval window, our cars were the same color.
Yeah.
So I did something to make mine stand out a little bit more. I put the Urcos on and painted the drums and painted the T-bars.
Yeah, it looked different.
It was different.
You look at it, you're like, oh, this has got some gold.
Kind of a little bit of throwback to the 70s when everything was.
Yeah, cool, with flakes. And,
yeah, they had the gold painted or the anodized wheels, or.
Yeah.
They painted the wheels the color of the car or something. Of course, I can never get on board with painting like the BRMs a different color. They gotta stay in the black.
Yeah, right. The cross gotta stay. That's cool.